The first deck that we're going to be doing today is a revisiting of the Kangaskhan Dodrio deck that we did previously. So I made some changes this time. Specifically, we cut the Clefas and we cut the Blunder policies. The reason I cut both of those is actually very similar for both of them. We didn't need more card draw. I appreciate that, Who. I really do. My thought when I built this deck was that cards are good, more cards is better, but we have Kangaskhan can draw us cards, Dodrio does draw us cards. We didn't need any more than that. So I think by changing that up, we should have a little bit better chance here. So what did I add? Because obviously whenever you cut something, you have to add things. We went up a couple of energies, and I changed the Blunder policies for Bravery Charm, because I think Bravery Charm on Kangaskhan is a lot better than Blunder policy. Yeah, Blunder policy is usually going to draw you 3 cards, but if your Kangaskhan is doing its attack, you probably don't need 3 cards. That's the goal anyways. Let's see if we can make that work. Let's see if this feels any better than last time. Oh wait, I gotta check 3 supporter cards that evolve to Pokemon. Well, that should be pretty doable within the first couple of games here. What's up, Agent, my friend? I am indeed over here playing with my Pocket Monster. It's different than Pocket Pool. How's life going, my friend? Hi, Milky Way! I appreciate that you always redeem that one, my friend. It makes me smile. You managed to catch COVID at TwitchCon. Oh, I'm sorry. Other than that, I was TwitchCon. That was last weekend, right? Starting to feel a bit better? Excellent, excellent. Being on the upswing is always better. Scanner monster things. Oh, I do, where you would, like, scan barcodes for stuff. I remember that, Who. Or, yeah, that was you. I remember that, Who. That was a fun little minigame thing. Okay, let's put... we have a Jet Energy, so it doesn't matter, so we're gonna start with Doduo. Last weekend. Yep. TwitchCon was awesome. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so they are the Mewtwo deck. We have, or the Mew Genesect deck. Now, we have a Nest Ball to get a Spiritomb. Because we also have Path to the Peak, it's tempting to get a Kangaskhan there, but I really do think... Shoot, they're also starting on their side. We need to get the Spiritomb down. Maybe because they go first, they empty their hand out and Path to the Peak sticks, but we're not just going to trust that. What's up, Sheep? You went way too hard, probably managed to get sounds like half the people talked to at the hunt party got COVID. Well, typically I think, Agent, if one person at the hunt party has COVID, that would lead to a lot of people at the hunt party having COVID. Okay, so they're going to draw 3. They did use one of their vacuums, which is one of their best ways to interact with our Path to the Peak here. They're picking another Genesect, though. By the time we get our stuff that stops this down, it's going to be pretty late. The good news is they're using their power tablets as well before they actually get to attack, so maybe we have that going for us. Oh, and they hit a heads there. That's going to be the 4th Genesect. I think we're just too slow. And it's kind of polarizing to me in situations like this, that this game is over before we even get to play. Wait a second. So that's their way of doing that. Okay, well, that's all their card draw, but that's also probably all the card draw they needed. Kind of wild. Saturday and Sunday were 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. Jesus, that's a lot. Okay, so we are going to get the Spiritomb, just try to stem the bleeding here. A little too late. We lost the coin flip, so it wasn't like it was our decision to do that. We just got unlucky. So let's go ahead and... This does prevent... Manaphy prevents the Ice Cube. I don't have any other Pokemon to, like, let vibe out here, so we're just gonna try this, and let's hit the Mew here. Okay, so Path to the Peak and Spiritomb means no more card draw with the Genesect, but it might be too late. How good is Glimmora EX? I think Glimmora EX is fine. I wouldn't say it's, like, particularly good. It needs a deck built around it. But a lot of cards are like that, so... It's fine. Here comes the Mewtwo, or the Mew V-Star. Yeah, we're just dead, y'all. It's kind of sad, right? And just like that, okay, they're going for the Manaphy here because Manaphy is stopping Ice Cube from hurting us. I'm honestly kind of shocked they didn't go for the Spiritomb there because Spiritomb is the other thing that's going to prevent them from doing what they want to be doing. But we don't have a Kangaskhan. If we draw a Kangaskhan, we have a shot. Well, we didn't, but we still have a shot because we got a boss's orders, so we can pull a Genesect to the front. Now, odds are it's not going to be good enough because they're probably going to get to interact or switch it or something. But it's not nothing. So let's go ahead and pull that up. We're just going to start wailing on the Genesect here. Sucks that we're not playing an energy, but what can you do? Your post in Discord seems combative and you didn't mean for it to. I didn't see... What post did you make in Discord? Oh, I don't take that as combative, my friend. Just different strokes for different folks. I didn't read the whole thing, but I will when I can. Okay, so this is going to get an energy on the Genesect, but they only have 2 more Fusion Strikes in the deck, so this will be all of their energies. And if they're choosing to... Okay, so they are going to go for the Ice Cube here, which is smart. Do they also have a switch? They gotta also have a switch, right? Okay, they do, because double turbo is a retreat. And I'm just going to go ahead and concede, because we lost. If we had gone first, we would have won that game, which is crazy how that works to me. That deck is really, really, really good. Did you know it seemed combative before you posted it, Who, or was it on reading it that it seemed combative to you? Because without having read it, this is actually fascinating to me. Because people know themselves better than anybody else knows them, right? On reading it, oh, okay, well, no reason. If you were like, oh, I read it, thought it was combative, and posted it anyways, then it'd be like, oh, okay. That would've been funny. Oh my god, I laughed. Oh, I needed that. It is amazing how much laughter is like breaking a dam sometimes. Ever just been just like blah, and then you start laughing, you can't stop laughing? I love that. Okay, Tyranitar coin's pretty sweet. Alright, and we get to go first, so hopefully that means that we can stop whatever they're up to. Maybe it's also MEW Genesect and we get to go first and we have our Spiritomb. Okay, maybe not. This hand's okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst. Pat to the peak on our turn before they can get Greninja going is great, though. So let's put that there, and let's put this here, so no more Greninja for you, and we will end our turn. Okay, so they are probably just a Lost Zone deck, I would assume. Greninja and Colress tells me. Although it's not necessarily true, right? Everybody plays Colress these days. Colress is a really good card. It is a Lost Zone deck, so I was right, but not because of that. I was just right because I'm usually right. It's just how that works. It's true. Laughter is the best medicine. Okay, opponent is a very, very important person. You can tell that they're rare because they had 2 of the VIP passes. Okay, now if they manage to get Cramorant and hit us here, which they did, they need a switching effect, but again, we just feel like we're out. Yeah, I'm so ready for the next set. I don't want to get all belly-achy about it, but like, this has just been the same decks over and over and over and over and over, which is how that works, but still. When you're already feeling kind of tired, it does not make me want to play more Pokemon. Because that's 4 in the Lost Zone, and odds are they have a switching effect here, so they can just play it and get the Cramorant and hit our Doduo, and then we are dead. But we get to draw a card. Yay. We're not hitting our Kangaskhan's, which is kind of the problem here. That and the fact that I have to do this with all that in my hand. Well, at least we hit a Kangaskhan. Could be worse. We're going to put the double on the Kangaskhan. We don't have a way to switch the Spiritomb out, but this way, if the Kangaskhan, if the Spiritomb's going to die, or if we get a Jet Energy if they don't knock it out. Maybe I should have put the Therapeutic just in case we don't knock it, or we get the, they knock it, yeah, whatever. Whatever. We're probably dead here. The reason I haven't conceded yet is because we ripped this Judge. Judge is really, really good against their stuff. Because they use all of their filtering effects to get exactly what they need at the time, and then we use Judge to make them shuffle back down to 4. So Judge is really good against the Lost Zone, in my experience, for what that's worth, which is... Okay, see, they're ditching things like the escape rope and the fishing rod, which they might actually need later. More Jet Energies. Whoever figured out adding Jet Energy to this deck was a genius, because that really makes the Comfies stick around. Like, it's half the switching effects, right, that they need? Okay, they're up to 8. The Charizard deck with the Charizard deck. Nice. Nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use this Ultra Ball first. We don't need another Path to the Peak. They don't care about this, so they're not going to interact with it, and I don't want another double turbo. Let's go grab our... The Manaphy's tempting, but the Doduo makes more sense. Like, obviously Greninja can one-shot this Doduo, but that's a problem we're going to face no matter what. So let's do it this way here. Make them shuffle all of their cards back up and draw 4. Hey, look, opponent, we're actually pretty even if you think about it. Well, let's see if we can knock out a Cramorant here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Jet Energy is a great addition to a lot of decks. Yeah. Yeah. There is a V-Star Charizard, Milky Way. I think there's a deck on my YouTube channel where we played with it. It was like a Charizard army deck we did. It's just not as good. It's a fun card. It's just what you have to do to make it be able to do more damage is so much more effort, and the other Charizards do enough damage that that little bit of extra doesn't really matter. It can't even one-shot the Dark Charizard. Its maximum V-Star power is a move that does, I think, 320 damage, so it can't even knock out the good Charizard. Yeah. And see, that Charizard was actually balanced. Like, that one felt fun and cool, but yeah, Power Creep came along and said, hey, let's sell more Charizards. Okay, let's Pokégear here. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got a boss's orders. We're actually going to do this because I want to go for this Giratina here. I should have done this first. Because we could have hit a boss's orders. Yeah, we're still going to do this. Let's put the Lucky Energy down here so we have it. Alright, we need 3 heads here. Unlikely, but possible. We got 3 tails last time. What's up, Aaron Gaming? How's it going, my friend? I mean, we'll take 2. 180 is not enough to knock it out, but 180 is enough to bring the other Giratina down to a interactable level. If they have the other Giratina, it's not quite... They're at 9, right? They need 10 to be able to use the Lost Impact. Now, the other move would also do it, but... Mirage Gates, y'all, there's only so much we can do here, right? Like, we're fighting here. We're giving our best. Things are going... I'm in that same boat, my friend. I'm in that same boat. Hope your things continue to go and possibly go even better in the future. Cheers, sheep. Everybody have a drink. If you have one with you, have a sip. Sheep has specifically requested it. This is kind of what I was saying. I was like, okay, well, if they have the other Giratina, they can't do the move, but they could do the other move, but they would need, the Mirage Gates. They just happen to have it. I'm just going to concede, y'all. We lost again. Again, versus Super Meta deck. Don't take it personally. Let's go lose to Charizard and call it the Triple Crown. No, wait, that means you win, right? That's what the Triple Crown is, dang. The Triple Frown. We're going to go for the Triple Frown, y'all. Good news is that was 3 supporters, right? We can... Yes, good. Crystals keep us young. 2,000 crystals. That's a lot of crystals. Jolteon requires 1 energy, 1 tool, 1 evolution, the damage on top of all of it, but it gives up 3 instead of 2. But there's another... I mean, there's so much to that, right? I'm not saying you're wrong with your assessment, but also keep in mind, the level 1 of Jolteon can attack, whereas Zapdos cannot attack without all 3 energy. Jolteon can start to attack without everything. It's just, when it has everything, it's better, right? It's more online. Okay, going second. Come on, please be the Charizard, just for the Triple Frown joke. It's not, it's Gardevoir. Okay, we actually get to start with the Kangaskhan, so we'll take it. That's really good. We don't want a Professor's Research this turn, but we have a Pokégear, so maybe we can hit something else that we do want to do. Shocked, I tell you. Shocked. Now we will be Professor's Researching to try and hit our Spiritomb. That is not something I expected. Now we're definitely going to Professor's Research to try and hit the Spiritomb. That's a good start, but they probably have a way to interact with that. So let's put that there. Let's do all this here. It sucks that we're ditching this Doduo, or this Dodrio, but, we'll find something. Ah, we didn't hit it. That's a shame. That's a shame. And we don't have any other energies, which is the real sad part. Now we're going to draw 3 cards. Maybe we'll hit some energies. Maybe they can't interact with this turn. They would need exactly their vacuums, and their deck doesn't usually play with that. Never mind, they have their vacuum. Yikes. I mean, that hand wasn't that great, I'll be honest, so it's fine. Hey, look, the Spiritomb. I think it's going to be too late. Oh, they just drew it organically. That's a shame. That's just how it goes. Yeah, alright. You deserve another Genesect, friend. Melota? That's not another Genesect. What's up, Sleepy? Oh, that's not how you spell. Moist Money, you're not wrong. They do always have the sauce. Shocked. They had another vacuum. That's to get rid of their own... Sure? I mean, they're just trying to empty their hand out so they get to draw more cards, right? Am I dead yet? Okay, alright. Alright, this is pretty funny. Let's grab a Spiritomb as well. Now, that means we can't attack with the Kangaskhan, right? Which is sad. But this is still going to be pretty funny. Because they want all of their cards. Well, Syak, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We got really lucky that they didn't. They kept the Melota because Melota's probably going to be where most of their damage comes from here. Let's put... They didn't play... If they were like the other opponent and they had played the Ice Cube, we would actually save this spot for a Manaphy, but because they're not, they can't really hit our bench. Okay, there's the double turbo. It's a little late, but luckily we did get a Dodrio as well. We can start to get some card draw. Not that we need a whole lot of card draw, but... Okay. Well, they filled their bench back up, but they can't use... Because they already threw down this Path to the Peak, they actually can't use their Genesects anyways. That's their Path to the Peak. So they're emptying their hand here. The Sparkle won't retreat the Genesect because it makes them put them on two separate cards. So they emptied their hand to do this and get their last two energies for sure, but the Sparkle won't do it. Alright, y'all want to go big? Let's... Do we think we can hit 4 heads in a row, or do we think we're just going to hit 2? It's going to be even funnier the second time, but they're just going to ditch the Genesects if we do this. Actually, if they ditch... 210... I think we actually need to boss's orders this Meloetta, because this is where their damage is going to be coming from. Is this attack? The Mew V-Star, when it only has Genesect attacks or... this other Mew. It's not as scary, right? So let's try this. It doesn't... I don't really know what's gonna be work. Yeah. Want to see me do it again? Yeah, right? That would... I thought about it. That would have been pretty solid, but we need to actually interact with them a little bit here. Okay, and our card draw is online, so let's just start doing this. Now, we only need to hit 1 heads. If you're new here, that means we're gonna hit tails. If we get 4 heads now, okay. Alright. It wouldn't have killed the big Mew, so we don't have to feel bad. It could be. It could be an inexperienced Mew player. The fact that they only have one of the pretty Genesects tells me you're probably right. So they're going to pick this Mew, and it's going to do a decent chunk of damage, but it won't be able to knock us out. Unless... Oh, wait, yeah, it will. Because, no, wait. We're EX, not V. So the V... They already used that, so that doesn't help them. The Choice Band doesn't make this do more damage, so they can do 210 at most right now. Which is... Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Thank you, opponent. Okay, so do we want to hit this one, or do we want to Avery here? Avery would only make them ditch 1 card. Let's just go ahead and Arven for, I guess, an Ultra Ball here. Get our last Dodrio, and we can get a, This is for the other Kangaskhan. Yeah. Not the Jet Energy, Wiggles. Not the Jet Energy. Let's not do that, okay? Okay. We're not going to need this other Kangaskhan. Let's get our last Dodrio here. Not the Jet Energy. Now, if we get really lucky, this is about to die. Have to get real lucky here. Real lucky. Oh my god, y'all, we were so close. I mean, it has 10 HP, so... Still probably gonna win this one, maybe. They're suffering from their own Path to the Peak here, and our Spiritomb. We would have played a Path to the Peak if they didn't, but they didn't. But they did, so they're suffering for their own one. Oh, that's not gonna fly. Yeah. Now, if I had put the Bravery Charm here, notably the Kangaskhan would have survived this. As it is, this Mew is about to die because we have a boss's orders. And another Kangaskhan ready. And more cards than we could ever know what to do with. Now, we do need to hit heads here once, because I didn't put the Dodrio. So if we miss here, Okay, alright, we're fine. We hit it. We hit the one we needed. Fine. Couldn't they just Psychic Leap? They could have. No, they would have had to switch it back out, Milky Way, because the move that they used the previous turn says that Pokemon could not attack this turn. Because they used Genesec's move, which says during your next turn, this Pokemon cannot attack. At least I think they used that move. So that's why. They would have had to retreat it and then switch it back out front in order to remove that. They could retreat it for free, but they didn't have a switching effect. Okay, well, at this point, let's judge it up a little bit here. I want new cards. And I want them to have new cards, too. I'm a giver. No, I want a whole deck, their whole hand, though, right? We do want to hit at least an energy if we can. Not hitting any energies is a little rough here. Well, the other Bravery Charm's actually fine, so we'll take that. Sucks about the energy, but hopefully it doesn't matter. We only need to knock out one more thing. And we did. No, we didn't, because this was the one with the double turbo. We did almost enough. Even if they have one of their vacuums to deal with this path to the peak now, Spiritomb says that they're done in the water. They're dead in the water here. They don't have any more fusion energies in their deck. Oh, no, they do because... That's right. They do because of the other Mew shuffling back into the deck. Makes sense. Okay. Well, that's good for us. Good for us. Okay. So we're going to Arven for a... Energy Loto, which is not in the deck, so no, we're not. I guess we'll just grab an escape rope and hope we hit a heads here. We do have to hit a heads here. I guess we could also dig for the jet energies. Y'all don't seem to understand. What's up, Freddy? The number of times I have actually flipped 4 tails here it's got me scared. One jet energy, please, deck. Well, that's better than nothing. Alright, let's see if we hit it. We need 1 heads here. Y'all thought I was kidding. Y'all thought I was joking. I guess I could have just retreated. Alright, I threw. If they win here, it's because we threw. If they don't win here, it's because we're great. That's not gonna save you, because that's not why you can't draw cards, my friend. I'm gonna do it. Ooh, a golden power tablet. Why are they allowed to do that? Is that a glitch? Can someone back me up here? Why are they drawing cards? Oh, the energy, that's right. The energy will do it. Okay, so we're gonna feed them this one to kill. That was clever by the opponent. Very clever. That's true. It does protect them from abilities. My brain is not working as it should today. They're trying so hard to not be dead. You gotta respect it. Here comes another Mew. Which is actually pretty solid for us. I don't think we have any more boss's orders. We might have one more in the deck. See, that was really clever by the opponent. They may be new at the deck, but they are not looking like it. The good news is this needs 2 steel, so it still can't attack. Back to trying here. Okay. We're gonna draw with this one just because we're setting these up to be cannons, so we do want to keep drawing with them. Not for the cards, we don't really need the cards. It might seem a little bad manners here, but the reason we're doing this is because we want these to have a lot of damage. 90 damage if we can Be specific. Hey, there's a jet energy, right when you need it. Okay. 3 heads and we knock it out. 2 is okay. So they've got these energies on the Genesects, right? So the Genesects are able to draw them cards, but those energies are not on the Mew, which means the Mew's not going to do anything. In theory, Mew VMAX, another Mew VMAX with the double colorless could still attack, but this Mew's not going to do anything. So that's going for us. And we still have this. So when they do all this and put all this effort here, we still should do that. Okay. Brutal. We have so much card draw, it doesn't matter, and our things are gassed up, so we should be okay. Why didn't we path again? Mostly because I'm stupid. Enjoy your Lurku! Okay, there's the Ice Coup. That's concerning. Again, they don't really have the energy to make it a problem, but it is concerning. I definitely should have played that other path, you're right. I mean, Spiritomb means... Oh, right, because Spiritomb is yeah. Spiritomb gets stopped by the energy, but the path does not. I did mess up. I really just want to do this because it's funny. It's funny. It is funny. Pick more of your children. Pick which ones you want to keep. Alright, we'll stop playing with our food here. Alright. Avery would have been brutal there. Avery was brutal there. Ha. Ha. That game should have been over a while ago. I punted that one pretty hard. But at the same time, that was against a Mew deck, so we'll take any victory we have. No triple frown for us today. Bit of a difference in damage. Ooh, Goomy, that's a good one. No! One second, please. Here we go. Back in. Nice pose. That's the only tails we're gonna get all game, though, so it's fine. You know, Syak, that's not a bad point. Pysak. Syak. Pysak, that's not a bad point. Okay. Well, at least we do get to start with the Kangaskhan up front here. Okay. Woo! My little Goomy. Yep, Freddy, that's kind of how it's just gonna be today, I think. As we approach the end of the set, you know, right? Like, we're, what, a week and some change out from the new set? I think it's gonna be a lot of this. Though this is a Venusaur deck. Okay, let's do all this. We're gonna play the Lucky Energy there. We're actually gonna judge here, just because it's gonna hurt them a lot more than it hurts us. At least it sure looks like it will, so we trust that. Our hand was mostly done anyways. This isn't bad, and we're gonna draw 3 cards. Really nice about Kangaskhan. Okay, the Path to the Peak's a little late here. Hopefully they don't have anything that actually cares about that. It is a freaking Bulbasaur. I'm a big fan of playing Judge at the end of my turn, and then moving quickly so they have less time to plan. It only works because of the way the game clock works in this game, right? How, like, you have a time per turn. Okay, Lumineon. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Path to the Peak down. Lumineon is going to be a hot draw here. What do they want? Colress. Makes sense. Makes sense. They ditched a Gardenia, so I'm wondering if they are just like a Mirage Gate Venusaur deck. Because Venusaur is expensive, and Mirage Gate's probably better than Gardenia at getting grass energy on it, even though Mirage Gate says it can only be one of each kind, like it has to be 2 different kinds. He says as they ditch a Mirage Gate. Play a full bench out for me, fam. I would appreciate that. Yes, you're worth it. One more. One more. One more. One more. That's 4 things. So if this last one's a Cramorant... Now, Kangaskhan's pretty durable, right? Venusaur is tanky. You're not wrong. Okay. Sure. Little bit of a bummer, but, you know... Okay. Now we will get the Path to the Peak down before they get to use this Tranquil Flower, which is nice. Okay, so new plan. We're actually going to be Professor's researching this turn. So let's just start ditching stuff here. We want Dodrios. Okay, and just like that, we get to start swinging. Now, they are going to put the Venusaur up front, obviously. I would be shocked if they don't. We're not going to be able to do 400 damage, but if we get 4 heads, we can knock it out with Kangaskhan. They didn't put the Venusaur out front. Okay, that's really good for us, actually. Okay, let's draw some cards here. Draw. It's fine. Alright. 1 heads, and we knock out a Comfey. 1 heads. That's all we need. Okay. Alright. That's fine. We got the one we needed. Goodbye, Comfey. we try to be conservative wherever we can with our heads, Freddy. You know, excessive damage numbers don't really do anything, right? Besides look really cool. They look really cool. Okay, so Gardenia will get the energies onto the Venusaur if they have them in hand. And they did. That's a full Gardenia. That's kind of what you always want from her. If you're going to be playing that card, you want that card to do that. Okay, Brutal, because now Venusaur gets to attack us for free. Free's a strong word. Okay, we get to draw some cards. That's a pretty good draw for us. Okay, so we know we're gonna do... Am I gonna retreat this? If I'm gonna retreat this, I'm gonna ditch the double colorless so it doesn't matter. I don't think that matters too much anyways because their stuff is all 7s or 8s. This one's the exception, but it's fine. So let's draw some cards here. Spiritomb's a good draw. We'll play that out. Just extra protection against another Luminion. Okay, so we're going to put this Dodrio in to hit, just get some damage numbers going. They can't use this ability right now. That's the only reason. Save our switches that way too. Okay, so 70. This also brings it within 3 heads for Kangaskhan instead of 4. As long as they can interact with that path to the peak. Okay. That's a good point. We could have bossed the Bulbasaur. I did want to get enough damage on here to where it's closer to dying. 280 is a lot easier for us to deal with than 340. A lot easier. 1 coin, right? Okay, so they have it, so they can heal the Venusaur and it didn't matter. Sad but true. I don't hate their build. It's not a bad build. Okay, so let's do this here. Alright, so we're going to Arven here for a Nest Ball. I want another Kangaskhan to start building up. So if we were to get this up to, what is it, 290, that's still not enough to soak a hit, so the Bravery Charm's going here. So is the Therapeutic Energy. Let's draw a card. It's fine. Alright, maybe we knock it out this turn. What's up, rats? How's it going, my friend? Since when do I wear... Hey, what's up, Energy? I actually always wear glasses. I just usually wear tiny ones that fit over my eyeballs. Contact lenses. That was really unlucky. We're not having the coin flips we need here, y'all. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Okay, Mirage Gate, sure. Sure. I think both of us are really treasuring this fight between each other right now. This guy also so has to pay to see. Yeah, woo! You got it, Sheep. We'll get that taken care of. How do you get your hand so full? So this deck has a lot of card draw to it. Rats. We're specifically Dodrio is our card draw right now. Kangaskhan also does it a little bit, and so do our energies, so we have a lot of card draw in this deck. 2 advantages, or 2 terrified of them, and there is an advantage. That's fair. That's totally fair. I really, really like contacts. I much prefer them. I think we're out of contact saline, so I didn't want to take my eyes out and not be able to put them... I didn't want to put them in and not be able to put them out kind of thing, so that's why glasses today. Okay, so let's ask ourselves some important questions here. How likely are we to hit a double colorless with 3 cards? Pretty likely. Let's start here. The other thing that if we hit... Okay, we hit it this way. So we hit it, it's fine, everything's fine. Never didn't have it. Now we're going to make them ditch some cards. Hey, we hit another one. Cool. Making them pick their favorites. This does mean they get a free way to ditch the Luminion, which is bad for us. I appreciate that, Energy. Aw, y'all are too sweet. Alright. Let's get another Doduo here. We are going to go ahead and grab a Manaphy just because we can. Let's show our opponent what a full bench looks like. They're jealous. All right, maybe now we'll hit some heads. Maybe. Oh! Oh! All right, we hit enough. We hit enough. And we're back even again, and we're set up and they're not, so okay. They can't even be mad. We've hit so many tails that they can't even be like, whoa, they hit 3 heads. You know what I mean? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Had to threaten the coin. That's a good point. The coin's like, whoa, 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 boss, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, so they might try to Cramorant here. And that's not really going to work because we have Dodrio and Kangaskhan can soak a hit. So. Okay. They're through quite a bit of their energy, which is... Their deck's pretty thirsty. They need a lot of energy to make it work. Okay. Well, in that case, I have a different Kangaskhan. It can also soak a Cramorant hit. I believe that they weren't going to do the Cramorant. I believe that. Okay, they ditched a Sableye there, which is wild, because Sableye is pretty good against what we're doing right now. Do they have another Sableye? Is that why? They're Cramorant, okay. Okay, here comes the Cramorant. So innocent. So very innocent. Okay, so let's just switch here to save that Kangaskhan. We do have to hit 2 heads, but we would have had to hit 2 heads despite the double colorless, so that doesn't really matter. They've been doing a lot of filtering, so we're going to judge this turn and get rid of all that. But I wanted to get a little bit more damage down here first. I also... Let's have one of these Dodrios ready to go as a response here, but let's go ahead and judge. I realize that looks like it hurts us a lot more, but it's really not a big deal. We have so much card draw in this deck, it's not a problem. And our hand may look a lot bigger than theirs, but they've actually seen a pretty similar number of cards to us. See, we're both at 15. Like, it's pretty close. They've just been putting theirs in the lost zone, right? We're gonna also sandbag this boss's orders in case they try to evolve something. Or if they play a Sableye out, just like a backup plan. Are they at 10 yet? Okay, they are at 10 now. So Sableye's online now. They ditched an Ivysaur, which is interesting. They've only gone through 1 Venusaur, so they've got to have at least 1 in their hand, right? There's no way they're only playing with 1 or 2 Venusaurs. Here comes the Cramorant. Okay. That was a really good draw, actually. It was a really good draw. We have a lot of them, so it was a good chance. Let's see here. So this can do 70 damage right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and force that. We might trade this Dodrio for a Cramorant, but we only need 2 more prize cards, and I want to take something else out here because the numbers work out so cleanly. Boom, perfect 70. Boom. Alright, we'll get a new coin and a new sleeve after this, y'all. We're gonna do the coin first because that one was requested first, so if Sheep, I think we have enough, I don't think we have enough to afford a new one of each of those. But Sheep, if you want to use the coin or get a coin that we already have, we will do. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Words are hard. So this game's over. We only need 1 more prize card. They've got some squishy stuff on the bench, and we have a boss's orders. So even if they do manage to get the Venusaur here, it's not going to save them. So GG. if you want Sheep. They're out of energy. Yeah, GG opponent. They might have one in their hand. A rare candy, a Venusaur, and an energy would give them a turn. But the game, it will not win. Oh my god, fly. But that's the Pokemon energy. That's not the card game, right? That's just Doduo and Dodrio. GG, opponent. GG, that was a well-fought game. I think we were both very happy to not be playing against meta decks there. That's why we rode that one out as well as we did. Alright, new coin. Alright, Sheep. Tell me when you see one you like. That's a new one. They've added new stuff. That's the end. Diglett, you got it. Oh, he's up here, right? Yeah, Diglett. Alright, and then it was sleeve for Energy. Energy, you let me know when you see a sleeve you like. We do have the coin, so if you want to buy a sleeve, that's fine too. Scrolling slow. Oh, I really like the new Pumpkaboo stuff. Going back up. Miraidon, you got it. It's this one, right? Is there any other? Is this the Miraidon you're talking about? Is there any other ones? I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, alright. Yeah, Miraidon. Alright. Back in we go. New coin, new sleeve, same old dearly. I like the Arceus coin. Arceus is such a strange looking Pokemon. Do y'all think this is like solid like head or like soft like hair? You're not wrong, Sheep. That's a good idea. Alright, so we get to go first. Means we might get to start bringing the pain here pretty quick. Hopefully. Okay, well. Yay! We both suck. Okay. We just take one, so did they. They are an Arceus deck. Makes sense based off of that coin. So Kangaskhan up front. Okay, they're a Kyurem deck. Okay. Spiritomb might actually be kind of helpful here. Spiritomb doesn't stop Kyurem V max, but Solid looks like he's armored. Solid head. I can see that. Welcome back, Beans. Could sound empty. Right, because it kind of looks like it flows in the wind. Okay. This is actually pretty solid first turn for us here. Because next turn we, in theory, could just, like, this hand is fine for us next turn. We really, really, really want to get a Path to the Peak down fast because they have Curium and they have Arceus V-Star. So yeah. Okay, and that's all they're gonna do. Sweet. I really hope we draw an energy, and I'm not about to pay for my hubris here, but I don't want to put a second double colorless on the Kangaskhan. Well, shoot. Oh, I mean, wait, maybe. I'd rather draw Path to the Peak here, y'all, I'll be completely honest. That's fine, though. That's fine. We only need one heads here. One heads here. One, alright, you know what? It's all we needed, right? It's all we needed. We'll take it. I'm really kind of confused as to why they invested the energy on that card. I guess Curium can do its own investment. That's a good draw. Curium means the investment doesn't really matter. If they have the Arceus V-Star, though, and they get to use Starbirth, we're pretty sad. Spiritomb's not the answer to this deck. Path to the Peak is. Okay. Well, that could be the Arceus V-Star. Speaking of cutting Shine PAL once Paradox drops, at least dropping it in one replace from the ancient card. You can see that, Beans. I'm excited to see everybody so excited for the new Paradox Rift stuff. I don't like to make decks before I have the cards myself. But seeing y'all be excited makes me excited. Okay, Greninja. Their deck is mostly water energy. At least I would say at the minimum, probably like 40% water energy, just because of the way Curium works. So hopefully their draws aren't that good. Turbocharge is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, now this means that Ultra Ball is going to be an Arceus V-Star. However, they didn't put an energy on this one. Or they didn't last turn, so they can't do the move? Okay, so it's not an Arceus V-Star. JK, it's just... Huh. You're crafting your hive? Excellent, excellent. Okay. They didn't use the ability, which is interesting. Okay, so let's ditch these two things here. Another Dodrio. I'm gonna do some research here. We really want a Path to the Peak deck. Come on. Okay, thank you. Second Kangaskhan going here. That may be useful later. Okay, start punching. Alright! Goodbye, Arceus. Okay. Okay, so Curium's gonna do a lot of damage here. But we might be okay. So, from this post, so they can currently do 120 plus 150, so they can currently do 270, which is exactsies, which is sad. But, not much we can do about that. And they could get rid of our Path to the Peak. Now that is extra sad, because now they can do even more damage. Iono's fine, we have these. Hopefully we get another double colorless, because that was kind of our backup plan here. We did not. Very kind of our opponent to play a bunch of stuff that is easier to kill, though, when we only have 3 prize cards left. They're not using Glaciated World, which is very strange to me. Hey, perfect. Thank you, deck. Y'all, if we get 4 heads, we just win the game on the spot. Do we go for that? We go for that, right? Yeah, we're gonna go for it because odds are we're not gonna do enough damage. But then we have a boss's orders. That was so close. That was so close to enough damage. Now we have a boss's orders to lock this up. So even if they knock out Kangaskhan and take 2 prize cards, Dodrio and boss's orders is enough. So we should be done here. Should be done here. Okay, maybe not. Well, again, this is all to knock out the Kangaskhan. This is an interesting build from the opponent. I've seen people try and use Curium, not with Baxcalibur before, but with most of the rest of this shell. Baxcalibur seems interesting. It's a little unnecessary, though, because the regular Curium can do what Baxcalibur does. It does it as an attack and not an ability. Ooh, spicy ramen's a good one, Tatas. Okay, so they're trying to protect themselves. Okay. Well, if they go here and they get our 2 Dodrios, which they can do, then we are back on Kangaskhan plan. Okay, so we are going to have to use Kangaskhan here, which means we do need to get 1 more heads. We only need 1, so we're probably not going to get it, but I'm down for it to come to a coin flip. What's up, Zenith? How's it going, my friend? Okay. Alright, y'all. I mean, alternatively, how much it has, what, 30, 40, 50? Oh, it's got just a little too much HP. Okay, well, let's put this here. One heads, please. Whose story is it? Okay, it's our story. It's our story, it's fine. What's my favorite spicy food? Probably hot wings. I do love spicy ramen too. Chips makes some really good spicy ramen. Alright, GG, opponent. That was a close game. Alright, y'all. Ooh, Impy Dump. I haven't seen one of them before. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the giveaway for the last game with this deck. Exclamation point ticket if you would like a chance to win a pack. I always like the emotes, Zenith. They are real tasty. When I was a kid, I did not like spicy food because I was, you know, soft. And it's okay. Your taste buds change. Kids want sugar because their body's like, yo, we need energy. Sugar. Adults want sugar because their body's like, yo, we need energy. Sugar. Everybody wants sugar. Except for people who eat a lot of sugar or know enough about sugar. Just kind of how it goes, right? All right. Well, Diglett, where were you when I needed you most? Exactly. Everything in moderation. Our deck doesn't hate going second. Going first is obviously better, but having a Kangaskhan and being able to draw cards first is still fine. Now, the Path to the Peak not being down before their turn might be a problem. Is it the Mew? It's not. Okay, so hey, it's Charizard, finally. This is our first Charizard today. Woo! Caught an empty down. Okay, let's put this here. Do I want to Ultra Ball here? Not particularly. I guess we're going to discard the cards then. We weren't, actually, Wiggles. We were going to shuffle them away with the Judge, but okay. Ultra Ball it is. Let's get another Doduo. Avery's pretty solid here. Hopefully we didn't just give them the rare candy and the Charizard they need. We did take away their card draw. That was kind of what incentivized me to use the Doduo here, was because, or to use the Judge, was because they had been using Entei. The Burning Rondo's a little rough, though. Okay. Okay, so we can Avery here to get rid of some of these, or get rid of one of these things. That means I don't really want to play out my own hand here. So it's currently doing, what is it, 20 plus 100, so it's currently doing 120. So it's enough to knock us out anyways, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's put the Lucky Energy here. Since it doesn't matter, we're going to play our hand out. Okay. And how lucky are we? 3 heads, please, deck. Oh, we were so close. We were so close. Okay, so this is what, 50 is what it's going to be. That's not the end of the world. The reason being that now Dodrio... Oh, now it might be the end of the world. Okay. So Dodrio's going to get to knock out... This is not a Charizard build I have seen before. Dodrio's going to get to knock out the Entei. That's where I'm going with that. We have some follow-up here. Okay, and they're still not really doing anything. So, and I was about to say, a Judge would be an excellent draw here. Because they are going to have 8 cards in hand. Well, let's make that 4, shall we? Okay, Manaphy's solid for us. We're going to put the Lucky Energy on Dodrio. We do need to use this ability, but we're going to use it after we Judge here. Okay, let's use this here as well. Grab another Kangaskhan. Okay. I'm assuming this is so they can discard the stadium in play. I'm assuming. Interesting. Everybody plays the Path to the Peak. Charmeleon. Okay, they're going to evolve it the old-fashioned way. Is this the new Charizard that they're playing with? That would be wild. Not unheard of, but definitely wild. Would really love a boss's orders here. Am I through all those yet? I'm not. Okay. All right. Let's just get lucky real quick then, y'all. Didn't get lucky. That's okay. You can still get a little lucky by doing that. Let's Arven here for... We're going to grab a Pokégear just in case we can try for the boss's orders next turn. Let's grab a Bravery Charm. You don't play with Path to the Peak? That's fair, Tatas. That's fair, buddy. They have to have it, right? They wouldn't have put this out there if they don't have it. How dead am I, opponent? Ditching an Ultra Ball when all you need is a Pokemon is actually terrifying. If I could sit on the edge of my seat without falling off and looking like an idiot, I would be on the edge of my seat right now, y'all. Okay, so they had another Ultra Ball. Is it the good Charizard, or are we still in this game? They ditched the Charizard! I am so confused. I am soaked for a Gallade. Okay. They have the other. They have another one? I'm just so confused right now. Okay, so they did have another one. Okay. Alright. We don't have a Path to the Peak down, so they get to do this thing. And they're going to do a lot of damage to us because we are ahead on price cards. And there's the Professor's Research to catch them back up. Four Pokemon and 3 energy. Okay, so they ended up with the Manaphy and or they did Entei and Charmeleon. No, Entei and one other thing and the 2 energies. Okay, okay. All right, solid. Now, one thing that's really nice that our opponent has done is they have made it to where there are 3 things on the bench that are all worth 1 price card, and we're behind right now, but, you know, with a good escape rope, we might not be behind forever. Let's do this first. Okay. This is tough. I think we should just try and get through this Charizard. Which means we're going to feed him this Manaphy. Okay, so Heatran's at 120 now. Heatran does the most damage per damage counter on it. That's how that card is templated. So this card does damage. It's one of those, like, however many damage counters, this does X amount of damage per one. 70 per damage counter. That's the most. Yeah. Magma Base and Heatran's a fun combo. Fun combo. Them using Arven means they're not using boss's orders, which is great. Okay, Forest Sealstone is active. They don't have any Vs, though, so I don't know why they would play that. Entei can't use its ability because of Spiritomb, but it can use a Forest Sealstone. So they do still get to grab one of whatever they want out of their deck. Goodbye, Manaphy. Okay, now, notably, they just did 270 damage, which means Kangaskhan can soak a hit from this. Notably. We might be able to one-shot it, but I don't really want to count on that. We're gonna do this so that we can get this Dodrio getting more and more damage done to itself. So there's still some Dodrios in there. Are there still... There may be one Ultra Ball left. Let's go see. Okay, there was another Bravery Charm. And let's wager it all on a coin toss, shall we? Alright, 4 heads we win. Most likely. Close. Very close. I mean, that's the problem with coin flips, right?
You were close.
That's unnecessary, opponent. Unnecessary. Putting the damage on Heatran. Smart. Smart. I mean, we don't have a way to win this anymore. It's unfortunate. We just don't do enough damage because the Charizard's going to do a bunch of damage to Kangaskhan, leave it with 10 HP. Even if we could knock this out in response, the Heatran hits us on the backswing. We needed to win that turn so that we could soak the Heatran's hit. Do they have another rare candy? Oh, this is for Heatran, right? That's what they're doing? They have to have another rare candy, right? They wouldn't do this without that. Right? Arven for a Switch? Are they really going all in on the Heatran? How many Path to the Peak are we through? If we have Path to the Peak, there's still 3 Path to the Peak in our deck. So there's a good chance we're actually going to get it. Yeah, Kangaskhan... Oh, wait, they just win. Never mind. Duh. GG, opponent. Ah, we tried. Alright, so wrap up on this one, then we'll do the giveaway. I shouldn't have stopped that, sorry. A little out of it still. Alright, so the wrap up on this one. This felt fine. This deck's never going to be great. The coin flips just prevent it. It's fun, though. If you like flipping coins, Kangaskhan's a fun card, but I think we're probably going to put this one away after this. I was hoping for a way to make it more consistent, hoping that by having less card draw and focusing more on the damage aspect of it, we could do that, but having less card draw doesn't mean having less coin flip, doesn't mean having fewer coin flips. So yeah, kind of the sad part there. But, you know, it was a fun deck. Would play again, but probably won't stream again because I don't think it's going to get to that next level up. So yeah.